Welcome to my channel Data Activator. In this series of Python 3 tutorials, today we are going to discuss decision control. So let's start it. I have created a file ifelse.py. I will give this file in the video description. You can download it from there also. And it will be like a note for you. You will have the theory part as well as the code. So let's go to the full screen mode. Okay. So what is the decision control in Python? As you know, every programming language has this feature, decision control. In Python, we can achieve this using if, else or else if. We can nest all these things also. So suppose a scenario where you want to execute only the condition is true. So suppose a scenario is India will win the match, only they score more than 300. So what will be the condition? So we'll take a variable score and we'll put some data. If score is greater than 300, we'll say okay, India is going to win. If it is less than 300, we'll say India is not going to win today. So that is a basic scenario. It is not going to be true always that India is going to win if they score 300. So let's see with our program. So we achieve this using the keyword if, and then we give the expression here. That will be the boolean expression. So what can be the boolean expression? Either true or false. So just suppose if I just give if true, this is the boolean expression, and then we have to give the block statement of the if. What we want to print? So I just gave the condition as true. So let's print condition true. If I run this file, you will see that we receive the answer as condition true. So it has checked the expression here whether it is true or false. Since we have given it as a true, it came into the block of if and it printed true. If you just give it as a false, this statement is not going to run. App should be in caps. Okay, yeah. Now if we run this, we'll see nothing will come on the screen. As you can see, the program has run, but we haven't got anything on the screen. So when the condition is true here, our statement will run. All the code written inside the block of if, that will be going to run. If that is false, nothing will run from that block. So this true and false condition, we can achieve it using any logical operator, or we can apply anything. So instead of true, suppose I just pass 10 greater than 5. Whether it is true or not? Yes, it is true. So if I run it, we'll see condition true, because this operation has given us a boolean value that was true. And if you want to handle the negative part also, like if this condition is not true, what my code should do? There comes of the option to use else. So if that condition is not true, I am going to print condition false. Okay, if I run it, you will see since the program has executed this as true, 10 greater than 5, yes, true, so it has printed this. If you just change the operation to the less than, if 10 is less than 5, that is false. So this time this else block is executed. It has resulted in a false, and so this else block has executed. So this is the basic idea of using if and else. In later part we'll discuss how we can use else if also. So let's write down a program for if else, and we'll see. We'll write a program to check whether the given number is even or not. So that is a basic idea. So what we'll do, we'll take a variable num and we'll tell the user to input. What they should input? Enter a number. As you know, in Python, whatever the user gives as an input, that comes as an string. So if they give suppose if they give 10, so our Python will consider it something like this, 10 as an string. So we have to typecast that. So we'll use the int method to typecast it, int, and then close the parenthesis. Now it will be converted as an integer 10. So we can perform our mathematical operation. Now we'll put the condition. We want to test whether it is an even or number or not. What is the condition to check an even number? That is, if it is divisible by 2, or if when divided by 2 it should give the remainder as 0. If it gives remainder as 0, it is even number, otherwise it is not. So we'll test if num divided by 2 equals to 0. So we are checking this condition whether the given number when divided by 2 gives remainder as 0 or not. And we have just discussed that we can apply any logical operator to retrieve a boolean value, true or false. So if it is going to be even, we'll print it's an even number. What if the number is not divisible by 2? In that case we want to handle else block, that it is not even. So we'll give else print not even or odd. Not even, that means odd number. So we'll run it and let's see. Enter a number, we'll give a number as 6. As you know, 6 divisible by 2, the remainder will be 0. So is 0 equals to 0? Yes, it is true. So once this if is true, we are going to print even number. So okay, let me run it again. Enter 6 and enter. We got the result as even number. And this time if I run it and I give 5 divided by 2 is equals to 0. No, because remainder will be 1 this time. So that is false. So else condition will run and it will say not even. So let's enter and not even, that is odd number. So this way if and else block works in Python. And for getting the boolean value here, we can apply any type of logical operation or membership operation, that is whether that element is in there or not. So we'll discuss in our next part. We'll discuss membership function also. I have written 3 lists here. Let me put it down here. Okay, so I have 3 list. I have 3 list of country India, Australia and England, and I have written 4 players of all the country: Virat, Dhoni, Rohit and Bumrah. For Australia, Smith, Warner, Stark and Maxwell. For England, Butler, Stokes, Anderson and Morgan. All are very famous players. If you love cricket, you will know all of these players. So this time I want to tell the user enter a name, and then we will decide and then we'll figure out which team that player belongs to. So we'll tell and we'll take it as a name. So we'll create a variable name and we'll tell the user to input a name. Enter a player's name. He will give us a name and then we are going to decide the name which user has typed in which country that player belongs to. So for checking the item that is present inside any list or inside any string anywhere, we use the operation as operator in and not in. So we'll check it like if name in IND, if that name is in India, if the name that user has given that is present in this India list, we are going to print player is from India. And if that is not present in India player, then what we want to check whether that is present in Australian team or not. So again, this time we can use else if. So another condition we can apply. In if else only one condition we used to do, and if that is false, the else block will execute. Now if this if block is false, we are going to check another condition, that is whether else if name is in Australia team. We'll check it, and if that belongs to Australia, we'll print Australian player. And the third condition what we can do, if that player is not in Australian team also, again we'll check else if name in England, and this time we'll print England player. England player. Okay, suppose the user gives a name which is not present here, like Kapil Dev. He is not present in any of our list. So at that time we'll just give if all conditions are false, we are going to execute else block, and here we'll print no match for this player. Okay, so we'll run it. The user will give an input, we'll save it in a name variable, and then we'll test it whether that name is present in Indian team, Australian team, or England team. So here we have used the first condition with if, and the consecutive condition using else if, and at the last, if nothing is true, we're going to execute else block, that we haven't find any match for this player. So run it, and as you can see, enter a player name. So let's give the player name as Maxwell. We have given Maxwell, and we'll enter. As you can see, it has printed Australian player. So how this thing happened? First, the Maxwell has been stored in variable name, and now it has started looking for the decision. If name in India, it has checked whether Maxwell is present in Indian list. No. If you haven't watched my list tutorials, please go and watch that. I will give that video in the description also. First you watch all those videos and then come here. So enter a player name Maxwell. Maxwell present in India? No, it was not there. So it has came to the else block, else block. Name in Australia team? Yes, Maxwell is present in Australian team in the list. So it has printed Maxwell. Suppose I want to run it again. Oh sorry, I have just okay, yeah. Now run it again. Enter a player name. Suppose I guess this time I give Kapil Dev. Kapil Dev is not present inside any of the list which we have created. So if we run it, it will say no match found, because it has executed this block, it resulted in false. This one also resulted in false, and this one resulted in false. So at the end, this else block catches that, and it printed no match for this player. So this way our if and else if decision control works in Python. That was the basic idea. You can try out with different string type or tuples type also. So this was the basic thing how if and else if works in Python. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe it.